Good evening, sound check. Greetings in your time zone. How are you people? How's everybody? How is everybody? Happy Monday, happy Monday. Good day today, guys. Celebrating victory, Yabach Polo Polo. Let's wait for people to join in. I'll play some music. I'll play some music as we wait for people to join in. Matthews, I'll add you. Give me a few minutes. I'll add you in a bit. I see you.
Switch to Chrome to protect yourself from malware, so you can search without getting phished. Faster, safer, yours. Get Chrome for Windows.
Okay. Good evening, guys. Happy Monday. We are back. Share, guys. Vadodi Mulishani, good evening, Vadodi. Bahilda, how are you? Vanamaya, good evening. Esnat Mwanza, how are you? Chiten Share, join in, guys. Not kwatama topics lero. I have a few topics to discuss, guys. Share. Yep. So, congratulations, Bashipolo Polo. Other than that, we have business to discuss, guys. A few topics to discuss. Zambian Lives Matter. So we have changed the Ubuntu. Badodi, good to see you. Comments below, guys. Ba esnat mulishani. Chiteni share abantu bali kwisa. Where is everybody? So anyway, I know people are busy. There's a lot going on. A lot of people sharing, discussing. So I'll just discuss and then people can watch this video at their own time. But share in your groups. Good to see you. Thank you everyone for joining in. Queen Pumi here. And we are here to talk about the FISP, the high price of Millie Meal. We are here to talk about the fraudulent supplementary budget presented by the Minister of Finance. And also, we are here to talk about the Vendetta and the mines. We are also talking about the street vendors. And also, we are talking about Samuel Mwewalen TV, harassing citizens. So I'll get started, guys. So firstly, I would like to refer you back to the issue of Vendetta. And guys, I watched a brilliant show by Queen Cobra on Saturday where she addressed, she actually analyzed an article which was written by somebody regarding the Vendetta mine. So if you have not seen the video, which was broadcast live on Saturday by Queen Cobra, please go and see it. It was a very brilliant show, and she analyzed everything regarding the Vendetta mine. So I'm not going to repeat myself. She went in detail to analyze the article, which was published by a certain patriotic Zambian regarding the Vendetta mine. So guys, watch Queen Cobra's live broadcast on Saturday. She analyzed everything in detail regarding the Vendetta mine, and I just want to sum up the Vendetta to say the report, the article which was written by a patriotic Zambian and was analyzed by Queen Cobra had all the information that we need to know, and it raises a lot of questions because we all know that Vendetta was declaring losses. It was non-profitable operations. There were cases against Vendetta for pollution of the river. The cases against Vendetta for violation of human rights. There is also an article which I'll post on my page, which I posted on my page actually, where the President HH himself was against the operations of Vendetta due to many things, which included that these Vendetta, they were stealing because they were declaring losses. And I'm here to say that in the copper industry, nobody is making losses in the copper industry. There is an all-time high price market for the copper. And if you are making a loss, why would you continue to run a mine for 16 years if you are making a loss? So, guys, there are flags. We need to raise flags and awareness to say, it's not in the best interest of Zambians for this Vendetta to come back. So it's all I can say. To say this Vendetta mining corporation, let this contract expire in 2 years, and there are over 100 mining companies all around the world who can operate that mine profitably. So we are just saying that this Vendetta mine, it was operating at a loss, supposedly at a loss, but they are coming back to mine again. Are they going to mine at a loss? Why would we bring back a company that was mining at a loss? Why would the president bring a company which he so much criticized? And the company of the president is the one who did the audit on Vendetta. So, and that report, which was produced by the president's company, is the reason why Vendetta had problems with the PF in the first place. So Vendetta mine, guys, it's all another issue that has red flags. We are coming to ZESCO. This current government again is planning to sell another major asset, ZESCO. We don't know, but we have heard that they are planning to sell ZESCO. Guys, we should be worried. As a patriotic Zambian, we should all be worried hearing that there are plans to sell ZESCO. Yes. What country does not have any national assets? We are privatizing all the mines. Even the new mines are being privatized. This is a concern, guys. If the new mines are being privatized, what is there for Zambia? Eh? What is there for Zambia? We should all raise up and condemn this. Privatization of any new mine should be condemned. Any new mine that is being discovered in Zambia must be nationalized, and all the proceeds coming from these new mines to be shared equally among all Zambians. Yes. We have heard that there is another new mine in Mwinilunga, not Kasenseli. Another gold mine is in Mwinilunga, and we have been told that there is a high-ranking UPND official who has gained title to this land in Mwinilunga. And we are here to condemn this. Condemn this in the highest order. All Zambian well-meaning patriotic Zambians, let us come together and condemn the selling of our national assets to foreigners or private individuals and putting money in a few hands of bourgeoisies or rich people. We are condemning this, guys, and you come with me and join me to condemn this. On this page, we are here to share information, educate each other, and offer checks and balances for good governance. We want a better Zambia. This page is being clamped and being blocked. You can see. So you can share this page and also share in your WhatsApp groups. I am here to share information, and they don't want information to reach the masses. They think this is the Stone Age or in 1960, 1970, where there was no social media. Even if you clamp this page, people will share this page in their groups, and people will hear what you are really doing in that government. The second thing that is also happening is also they are getting rid of FISP. If you don't follow Kasonde Mwenda, please follow Kasonde Mwenda, the president for Economic Freedom Fighters. He is working really hard in educating the masses and just making people aware of what this new dawn is doing. So follow Honorable Kasonde Mwenda. On his page, he has done a clip which he's talking about FISP and just giving us information. Maybe let me just share this clip from Kasonde Mwenda. Just hold on. I'm just going to share the clip where Kasonde Mwenda, president for EFF, is talking about the FISP. And also the other thing, the president is, President Kasonde Mwenda is also talking about the fuel increment. They have increased the fuel already. You know, that's the other breaking news. Fuel has been increased as of, I think as of the today, 31st, the fuel price is going up, guys. Zambian lives matter. So I'm just going to play this video by Kasonde Mwenda about the FISP. So listen in, guys. This is a clip.
2026, he has made so many people to suffer, especially the farmers. He has got no heart and is not following the advice. Watch what he was saying. Listen to advice. Avena PF. Muzimbela ku advice yabazana.
Vote before you have enough for your own citizens. Sunga pase chimanga unga kuli neba bana bako bagona nanjala. Kuli nzeru wako. Kuli jenzeru.
Ufi, he can't even take his own advice. Right now, as we talk, there is a milk crisis. Ubunga, 320 kwacha, right here in Zambia. But this man using ZNS, they're exporting milk, going against his own advice What kind of a man is he? To win 2026. 2026, Kuya Bebele. This man does not follow anyone's advice. He only listens. Kuba Songo, Abena Zambia, he was saying, no, he can't sell milimi over there, chula. Wunga bonse. One number pictures. But let's check Kuba Songo, Nakufyalo Fimbi. Wow, Zambians are suffering. This is a man who has now removed, is now removing FISP, Farmer Input Support Program. He's scrapping it. Over 1 million people will fall out of it. They are saying they are going to introduce loans for only 30,000 people. Out of the 1,024,434 people, they are going to only give a selected few 30,000. The rest, almost 1 million people, will fall off. FISP is what helps the poor people be able to grow their crops. So many people have been educated through FISP. People have survived, those who don't have any money. FISP yabatandiza abantu bene bagwela hapo ba UPND have just come to kill. They don't care about the people who are poor, and the majority of Zambians are poor. They only care about the rich people. Poor people, it's time for us to unite and get back our Zambia. We can do this. This is social security, a program that is made for the poor people who will now be thrown into water. These people are only following IMF and they don't care about Zambians. Zambians, it's time for you to fight for your country. Win back Zambia. Let it come by. Youth, I'm calling you out there. Our elders, support us. It's time for us to get back Zambia. This man was a mistake and is coming to destroy this country. He does not care about farmers. 70% of Zambians survive on farming. But these people have just come to destroy our country. Don't let them go through. 2026 is time for real change. With youthful people, with fresh people, with people that love this country with a passion that is indelible. This is a time for economic freedom fighting with economic freedom fighters. This is your president, Kasonde Mwenda, the president for the economic freedom fighters. Let us unite and let us get back Zambia. It's time to get back Zambia. Wherever we want to go, our feet will take us there.
Okay, guys, so you see that is our Honorable Kasonde Mwenda talking about the FISP. Follow him on his page. You can get more information about what he was saying about the FISP. And then the other thing that is happening, guys, is I want to share with you the what happened in Parliament, where we have our Honorable Member of Parliament for Chinsali. He was questioning the supplementary budget, which was presented in the assembly, and this budget had a lot of it was almost like fraud. A lot of errors, figures were different, and guys, we are just being ruled by very unprofessional people. The country is being ruled by almost like people who are just there who have come to plunder the country. You know, these people, they have come to plunder the country and to enrich themselves. Currently, the country, we are in a big mess. Agriculture, people are buying ubunga 300, so nombe fibalunda fuel, ubunga wala aparishinga, fuel na balunda lelo. So can you imagine how much millimil the price will cost for millimil? Ngabalunda fuel na balunda lelo. Is going to translate to further increase in the price of millimil. So we are here to say, we are talking about this because we want people to be aware. Don't be cheated by all these, camera operatives, always, I'm a selfie, and it's saying one thing. There is no investigative reporting in the country. So a lot of people, they don't have the real picture of what is actually happening. But people already know what is happening because ubunga na budula and expensive millimil says it all. Ubunga budula, there is no explanation for that. And then the other thing I want to share is this clip, which was where the Chinsali member of Parliament was actually questioning the budget by by the Minister of Finance. So just watch this, guys.
Count the new proposed modus operandi. When we come back, the new standing orders that we are proposing, suggesting that we'll be sitting in a different way. So hope the allocations that you have put in here not going to cripple the operations of the oversight function. Second issue, Madam Speaker, that I would like to talk about is that, Honorable Minister, this document that I'm holding right here has serious anomalies. I have tried to check on a lot of amounts that have been put under budget allocation, which we expect to find also in this yellow book, which I have with me here. There is a lot of discrepancies. I would like to give you an example of one. For example, if you go to page 1 of this document, you check under State House, which is head 1, program 3425, Presidential Advisory Services, where you are proposing that we put a supplementary amount of 500,000 kwacha for communication and media advisory services. When you look at the amount that we allocated in this yellow book, you will see that the amount that we allocated was 16,975,247, and not this 4,483,185, which has been indicated in this supplementary estimate. This is a serious anomaly, Madam Speaker. And if you want to find that information from the yellow book, it's on page 3 of the yellow book for 2023. The second issue, Madam Speaker, is on foreign affairs. Foreign affairs, which is head 17, and it is on page 9 of this supplementary estimate. When you look at what this document is saying, it is suggested that we allocated 15,000 kwacha, which is not true. The amount that we allocated was 7,836,336. That is the correct amount that we allocated as per the yellow book, which is here on page 197. That is the amount that we allocated. Because how can you explain that we allocated 15,000 kwacha and we are proposing a supplementary budget of 20 million from 15,000 kwacha? There is no, it doesn't, I don't know the right word to use, but it doesn't add up. It doesn't make a lot of reasonableness. So, you need to revisit this, Honorable Minister. You're technocrats. I understand there are issues in your ministry. Your ministry is crippled because of what has been happening, chasing of stuff and whatnot. But they need to revisit this so that they bring to us a proper document. Because when we approve some of these things, people out there who will be reading this document will be thinking that we were not going through this document properly. They will think that we were not doing our work properly, Honorable Minister. If I take you, Honorable Minister, to CDF, which is head 29, you will see that on head 29, let me just look for the head so that I can. Yeah, on head 29, Madam Speaker, Minister of Local Government and Rural Development. This is page 14 of this document. Honorable Minister, you came here in the House and you told us that the allocation for CDF for this year, it was 28 million for each constituency. 28 million multiplied by 156 constituencies, it is going to give you 4.4 billion kwacha. And that amount is indicated here in the yellow book. The amount, to be specific and exact, is 4,416,968,713. That is the amount that we allocated. Okay? That is for CDF. And here, your document, Honorable Minister, it is saying we allocated 2,662,126,256. Where are these anomalies coming from? Madam Speaker, it's only that I don't have much time. They are plenty, the whole entire document, full of mistakes. What were they doing? Honorable Minister, what were your people doing? These are serious anomalies. And now you are asking that we give you 298 million kwacha, 249,818 for CDF. For what? Because that amount, we already have 28 million. We already said it's 28 million per constituency. So you want us to give you 298 million for what? And you have not even bought a vehicle for Chinsai. You have not bought a vehicle for Chinsai. We allowed you to spend 28 million per constituency. You failed to buy a vehicle for Chinsai and you come back here. You are saying we give you more. Yeah? With a lot of mistakes in this document. Madam Speaker, I think I have put up my point. Next time, Honorable Minister, when you are bringing a document to this house, make sure the people do the right thing so that we should not be dealing with a document which has a lot of mistakes. But we will support you since we don't want to cripple the operations of the government. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
So there you go, guys. Mwayumfuila, that is our patriotic member of parliament for Chinsali, Honorable Kalalwe, debating on the supplementary budget he presented. So guys, even our honorable member of parliament was calling it mistakes. For me, I call it fraud. That is fraud. In other words, Nibu Sakala, you can't have a whole Department of Planning, Ministry of Finance with such anomalies. Ilianeo balanda tini fraud, it's embezzlement. So they are hoping that nobody is going to scrutinize that document and they catch those fraudulent. It's a fraudulent report. Yeah? From 15,000 kwacha to 200 million, what kind of a mistake is that? Kwadiba mistake ya kwebati the amount, original amount, muyelo book ni 15 million, elo pa supplementary budget barefa ya 20 million. From 15,000 to 20 million, that is fraud. And this is where I'm saying Ibaya Stumbeko should resign and step down. On moral grounds, if Ibaya Stumbeko is a man, is a real man who honors professionalism, he should step down. There is no way they can present such a fraudulent document. In fact, the Honorable Kalare was by Honorable Mukosa, he was very conservative with his words. He said they are mistakes. Those are not mistakes. You cannot have a mistake where an amount is 15,000 to 20 million. Ni mistake ya msangoshan. Ni musakala, that is fraud. That is fraud. Zambians, let us raise up, join together and demand that these people resign. Emma technocrats over and by HH at Nkengishama technocrats. We are going to hire qualified people. Even me, Shakwatana master's degree in finance. I just have a diploma in finance and I have some certifications in financial management. That is a fraud. It's not a mistake. And Bastumbeko should resign. Yes. Bastumbeko if you are a credible mind, you are not fit. You are not fit, Bastumbeko, to run the Ministry of Finance and Development. If a report comes to your desk, before you present that report in Parliament, review the report, review the numbers. Why are they serious discrepancies like that in your report you are presenting? What kind of people have you hired? To siphon money out of the Zambian coffers while Zambian people suffer? Zambian lives matter. While Zambians are buying ubunga pali 300, while Zambians you are siphoning money from our coffers so you can buy expensive cars and build mansions at the expense of the Zambian people. Shame on you. Bastumbeko need to resign. Yes. But Honorable Stumbeko Musoko Twani needs to resign. We cannot have a Minister of Finance presenting a fraudulent document and let him pass like that and call it as a mistake. It's not a mistake. It is fraud by public servant. It is embezzlement. Mule chusha abantu ba Muzambia, mule chusha abantu. We are tired. Me, I'm sick and tired. I am sick and tired of talking here and nothing is changing. Things are getting worse. Lelo bunga na balunda. So ubunga fibalu, fuel na balunda lelo. Ubunga balalunda because people need the fuel to transport ubunga. Mutolo also needs to resign. Mutolo is removing FISP. I showed you that bakasonde mwende fo balandile padia. Abantu balefo ensala. Zambian lives matter. It's about time you people change course and put Zambian lives first. Abantu balechula mu Zambia. But IMF is not a chalo. IMF take country. IMF is a group of business people. And they will milk Zambia to the last drop. They are there for a profit. So whatever conditions are being given to Zambians is to extract all the wealth they can from Zambia. And we have a government who is signing off on those the draconian conditions and putting the lives of the Zambian people at risk. We say no to that. We say no to that. Mutolo must resign. Yo FISP punga mwafunyapo fye FISP yoine muishibire no kuishibira. This is the final nail on your coffin imwe. Ba new done muleya. Nga mwafunya FISP muleya. Ama street vendors mwadibatantia, you have made street vending illegal. How can street vending be illegal? When global cities around the world, they embrace street vending and they regulate it. Many cities around the world, they regulate street vending and provide all the services and infrastructure, whatever they need to trade, so that trade can be hygienic, can be in a clean and hygienic atmosphere. But in Zambia, where 70% of the youth are unemployed, you decide to declare street vending illegal. So how do you expect people to survive? Because they are all peddlers. People are selling something to survive. Zambia, we have no industries. Zambia, we have no industries. I've seen a memo where they are going to Comesa Market to demolish more stores. Why? Why are you doing this to the Zambian people? Why can't you create an atmosphere where traders can trade within the law instead of banning traders and demolishing their establishment where they are getting their livelihood? We are tired. Zambian lives matter. Tuanaka. Mufipatala tamwaba emiti, ama wheelchair tamwaba. There are so many scandals everywhere. Yesterday, somebody told me to talk about the ghost workers in the Ministry of Education. You know? Ghost workers in Ministry of Education, what does that mean? It means this, some people there, they are collecting people money, pay for non-existing workers. And this government, they came back, they campaigned on a promise of a rule of law. Mwambe fyokulonga banyu don mwandini. Start packing. Banyu don start packing. Mutolo must resign. Musokotwani must resign. Kabuswe must also resign. Why are they giving mines to private owners? You don't campaign to say, Aba ichemukapokama license, or we are going to nationalize, we are going to empower the youths. Which youth has been empowered? You tell me which youth has been empowered. Matomola was crying the other day. I campaigned alongside Matomola. If there was a youth who was supposed to be first in line to be empowered, is Matomola. Where is Matomola today? He was saying there that none of his family members are employed in this GRZ or whatever civil service. Himself, he has not been employed. And in the business that is trying to do, they are frustrating him. So, on the issue of Matomola, I just want to say, you praise singers praising a failed government, not only in the New Dawn, even PF. We saw youths how ngabami pera fyama pocket change mwaya mukula bembida mwale imbira balungu mwabashanina. Now mule imbira ba church mule bashanina kuchwa amkushanina ba church bulba mule chitobunga 300 kwache mweba youth ba praise singer bali milowa ete mule shana ni finshi ubunga mule chita 300. Matomola was honest enough to come out to say ale chura takwata neya kulipida rent. But Matomola is the first one ukuya kuma radio station pampia shakwe ukuya mkutasha government. Matomola is a one. I'll give an example because he's my son. I know him. I know Matomola. I campaigned alongside him. Matomola is a number one. Yosenga pachiti kefiri fionse kuya ku radio station mukuchita defend the New Dawn government. Number, how is this country going to develop if the youths who are suffering are not fighting for a better Zambia? That's why we have no people like Matomola are supposed to be in the forefront condemning Ifidechtika. Abena Biflo, they were there protesting Mumpanga. Abena Wezibonse bali talala. Ubunga wadi padi 150. Number Abena Biflo, bali kuisa. Why can't they talk? Why can't they talk when Milimu is at 300 kwacha? Why can't they talk when FISP is being removed? The subsidy is being removed. Why are people not talking? This is what we are here to say. You youths, you are the reason why a country won't develop. Ichalo, tachaka, chite developed by youth in Gatamlelanda. Abena KK, the freedom fighters of the 1960s to get independence in 1964. They were youths and they were fighting. Abasungu, on social media. They didn't even have data. They didn't have access to all that you have. They were all united to fight for a better Zambia. But remember, youth Abena Matomola, you are busy praising by New Dawn. You are limiting chito. Tapale feba michitila. Mulefro no kulipila marriage, but muleba lumbanya. This has to stop. This has to stop. You cannot cheer a government which is failing. Chimona Bola, a good example, Bola Bazambia Valete Abashipolo Polo. But Chipolo Polo, they did well, these girls. They have done it by Akuma final. They lost the first 2 games. What happened? You condemned them. It is hypocrisy. You are in life, you are supposed to live life with one standard, one principle. Any normal human being, you live a life with one principle. Not a double standard. Bashi polo polo nga mulelu samwa bashauta. Nga ba wina mwambo celebrate. But our government, your politicians, you support them regardless. They are killing you in terms of high cost of living, making bad decisions. Muleba lumba. If you look at your children. People like Matomola, Mama praise singers, Kwachi Matomola, Mwari upa mwari kwatanava kashinavana. Songa mulechta praise sing. Look at your children navana venu. Mukabashila Zambia ya shani. If we're not tukulakari. Anytime we can go. But we are worried about our children and our great-grandchildren to say, what country are we going to live for these? The way things are going. If they continue, our children will be slaves. Our great-grandchildren will be slaves. When our forefathers, they fought for this freedom, political freedom, now we have to fight for economic freedom. That's what we have to do. We have to condemn all these bad things which are happening. In a panonapel, I'm going to add you, but I just here to say, Bakabuswe must resign. Bakabuswe must resign. Ministry of Mines, you must go. Bamutolo, agriculture, you must go. Muleshtisha mataba ku Congo imwe at the expense of Zambians. Why muleshtisha mataba ku Congo driving the local price up? Bazedenes vale gaya mataba for Congolese? Why techi bazedenes va gaya mataba for Zambians? And they say, oh, mataba at 50 kwacha, as the HH promised. Did you don't come to rule the government for the Congolese? Imaba you don't mwishile mubuteko mukusekesha ma foreigners? I have never seen it. You know what I expected is I expected to see Zambians being invited to plot one and having meetings with the president and talking about how they can improve lives of Zambians. I have never seen any marketeer. Basenda ba marketeer tikabiye ni ba mu meeting eba akainde olo mu meeting eba mutinta to talk about the challenges you are having. But akainde is always on a plane meeting na basungu. Today kuliama lelo bali kuri Israel mailoni banana ba isa. Every time is so busy entertaining foreigners. When is he going to entertain Zambians? When? And I just want to say here before I add my guest that, you know what? Zambia, wake up. If he starts dishing out money to Zambians so that he can win election, but plan, this new Dawn government, if their plan is to wait until last minute to kwambo kulapela abantu ama 1,000 kwacha, ukwambo kulapela abantu ama loni towards the election date, take the money. Take that money. Ngabambo kufoleshe mpia ba New Dawn. Bala yamba nomba lini. Kabili 3 years yai. Kwashana nomba 3 years. Ngabambo kufoleshe abantu ba New Dawn. Eat the money, but don't vote for them. Do not vote for this. They have caused so much pain and misery. They don't deserve a second chance. They do not. Ingabaka mboku mipele mpi ande mieba fie. Elo na mweba praising amuleke. Mumone Matomola. Matomola went to jail how many times? Alele mujele Matomola. Alele mujele Matomole mikuinga. Matomola likuwaya. So inenka mone Matomola ale campaigna kuntansh kulia UPND. You know, some of you are killing your own political careers. People like Matomola, no one will be able to trust you because you have no credibility. You have to stop it. Otherwise, ikale nifi ngatamkwe tete ya kuchitaba palabe na Matomola. Ngabani mibika kuwaya ikale nifi. No chumule papata Matomola pleading. Why should you plead? It's your birthright. You worked for this party. You worked for the New Dawn party. At least they should recognize you somehow. They should meet you somehow. And if they are not meeting you somehow, let them go. In this message, I'm talking about Matomola because he's my son. But all other youth, simamwe bale lumbefi abu fiapa, bale mipero tuma talk time mukwisa mkutuka naini. You are wasting your time. Mulela len salobunga muleshta 300 kwacha. Muleshta obunga 300 kwacha. Elo muleba lumba isha. Why? We should all come together and condemn this current regime. They don't care. They do not care about Zambian lives. The fact is today no praise singer. Mama Chika Monica, go to see you. I hope you are well. Yes, we'll keep you in our prayers. If into Philadelphia pena muchalo muleba tasha. We'll be here, we'll be talking. Ine mwalenji bachindalefa indamwe nalefa enchito. I don't need a job. I do not need a job. I need a better Zambia. That's all I need. When all Zambians lead a better life, tamwakambone popano. But I'll be here and I'll be talking. As long as Zambians are being oppressed, I will talk. Yes. As long as Zambians are being oppressed, I will be here, I will be talking. Zambia chalo chakwate MP abantu bale chula. Why? Why abantu bale chula? Problem number tema leaders nifa fwebe ne fwe bantu. Fweba le lumba nyefi abu. Zambian is the people against the government. Mulengu fiksha. It is the people against the government. So any government that comes in is whom we should look at. All this thing if you wale chita number, divide and rule, ukulalanda every day nga mwalanda kofe balanda PF what? No, PF is out of the picture. The PF now is part of the people. So we the people must hold the government accountable. Na mwema praise singers aba palamatomola. Once if you are not in government, you become the people. Mwamona. If you like people like Matomola, if you are not given a government position by the party you are supporting, you become the people. It's the people versus the government. Techiwe muntu bali kubika kuwaya, you are supporting them. No, you are not one of them. It's the people like Ichela, Oloba Munsha, all those people who are in the government are the one to speak for the government. Ima when monsa mwema praise singer mweba babika kuwaya, bale mipela fiotuma talk time. You are wasting your time. It's Zambia versus the people. Yes. But Francis Panda tulela that. But praise singer, don't waste your time. Praise singer wa palamatomola bali kubika kuwaya. Me, I'm not a praise singer, but I campaign for them. If this government was doing what it was saying, I would be quiet. You all, but praise singer won't say, we are one. But praise singer, ngabali mibika kuwaya. If you are not part of government, you are the people. Waufa. But praise singer, ngatawa kwata civil service job, you are the people. But PF, right now you are not part of government. So PF won't say, we are the people. We the people. Some of you ask me, who's we? We is the people. This is the government. So, praise singer. If you don't have a civil service job, you are the people. Even if you have a civil service job, you have a right to political affiliation. So, hold this government accountable. That's why in developed countries, you see there has been development because the people stood together against the rulers. Welcome, comrades. The floor is yours.
Good evening. Is it good afternoon? How are you?
I'm good, thank you. It's afternoon here. Yes.
It's been a while. It's been a while. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard you, though I was on and off. We are in trouble. But before I start speaking, let me just quote a book. It's called Politics, Third Edition by Andrew Held. I'll read on chapter 9. That is on page, I think it should be page 183. It's talking about the economy and society. I'll just read about one paragraph. So it says, at almost every level, politics is intertwined with the economy and with society. Ideological argument and debate have traditionally revolved around the battle between two rival economic philosophies, that is capitalism and socialism. Hence, voting behavior and party systems are shaped largely by social divisions and cleavages. Parties compete, I will repeat this one, parties compete for power by promising to increase economic growth, reduce inflation, tackle poverty, and so on. So I think I'll end here on the quote. And this is where the UPND took advantage of the people of Zambia. They thought it's just a matter of promising the people and everything will be okay after they form government. When you see the pictures coming from Israel, to some they will see them as pictures, but to some of us we think the man is deep on his knees. He's realized to say something is wrong somewhere. And there is no solution. Of course, there are people who may go to church and pray, but there is no solution if you don't make one. There was no need. You know why people are even furious these days? It's because there was no need for him to promise heaven on earth. How on earth can you promise 50 kwacha, 25 kg of mealie meal in this era? And now the opposite is happening. So it was a wild dream for the UPND team. And they are finding it so difficult, such that now they are defending their promises by saying because PF left found the mealie meal when they took over at 40 kwacha, 60 kwacha, and now they left it at 160. All those arguments don't make any sense at all. They don't make any sense. How do you say, okay, PF left at 160, they found it at 60 kwacha, and now you are selling at 250, less than 2 years. And here I am as a press singer, I'm defending a government that has increased the mealie meal 55 kwacha, minimum 55 kwacha a year. And here is a person who lived under PF who saw an increase of the same commodity 10 kwacha per year. 10 kwacha. We can bring whichever mathematician to do the mathematics. The PF increased the mealie meal 10 kwacha a year until they left office. And what is actually now surprising is that we don't even see any solution coming to curb the prices of this commodity. Because what I know about the law of supply and demand is if the prices are going so high, you put more. But now, where are we going to get the commodity so that they reduce the prices? Because we are supposed to be getting from ZNS, put into the market, and cushion the prices. But now what we are seeing is ZNS is taking to Congo. You are getting paid before you even harvest, before you even go to the farmers and collect the maize that you bought. It's a sad story when you go in the villages. No one is selling FRA maize. And I don't know where they will be buying these maize. I think I told you 2 weeks ago, a week or two, I was in Mumbwa. I counted not less than 20 storages full of maize for individuals, not for the government. Big individuals, Indians, name them, they are there buying maize while the government is sleeping, saying they will reduce the price of milling. How are they going to do that? Coming to Mopani and the Vedanta, Mopani, KCM1, the mining sector, it's a sorry story, the sorry side. We can't continue going on this way. People are suffering on the copper belt. You know, most of the people on the copper belt, they have been depending on mining. It's only now that some of them are even going into farming, but most of them are just into mining. In short, they are just the workers. And now where are they going to work when these two mines are not functioning? They are not working. And the negotiations are being stalled by the government for the reasons known better for them. Those laws that we heard today about, no, we want to follow the law to the latter, are they telling us that they have just read about the laws today? Where were they? Because those were the first things they were supposed to do when they just went into power. They were supposed to go through those laws that guide and protect our minerals. But to tell us when we are being told to say, we have just discovered that we were skipping some important laws. How? I think UPND can do better. They can do better than what they are doing now. Let me just talk a bit on the politics and the youth. I've heard you've mentioned Matomola. Why didn't you mention me as well? We campaign. You know, whenever you are going into something, you know, the problem I've seen in Zambia, or let me just widen it to Africa. Everyone wants to go where they are expecting to eat and not where it will benefit the masses. We sing not because we want to see a better Zambia, but we sing because we want to benefit. We want to be the only supplier. We want to be the contractors. We want to be the bosses. And that's the major problem that is hindering development in Africa. I think if we had a collective mind where we put a nation at the fore rather than our wishes and desires. And I think this is why we are disappointed, because we first think of us. No political party, no politician will please everybody, but at least let the majority be happy. The situation that is going on right now in the country You even wonder when you hear someone clapping and praising UPND. You wonder to say, are we staying or are we living in Zambia together? Or maybe someone is out. You know, these growing cries for Lungu coming back, they will grow. And it can happen because people compare, even in a relationship. When I'm married and I divorce, I need a better person than who I have divorced. But if the person that I've gone to is worse than the person I divorced, I would rather go back to the person I divorced. So
they say that the devil you know is better than the angel you don't know, right? That's what they say.
That's the thing. But why? Where is the problem? Where is so much problem that UPND is failing to come to terms and face reality? Where is the problem? The way,
You know,
the
I
way
think
the more
just to answer you there, the problem is, this is the problem. The problem is our youth, they supporting a person. I always say here that in politics, don't put your emotions, use logic. As long as by youth mule support omuntu and you are not supporting the causes, we are going nowhere. As Zambia, as Africa, you will be cheering Hakainde because he's Hakainde. No. You are cheering the vision of Hakainde, his principles, what he's doing, the cause. So I will be closing here. I don't want to stay here long, but I am just saying, by youth, Itwani Papa, to wake up. There is enough money in Africa for everyone, in Zambia particularly. Zambia, we are among the top 10 richest countries in the whole world in terms of mineral wealth. If you Google, muye internet, muchite Google, ama countries yote abanabe in the top 10. All those countries, they are developed. My lives even in Zambia, we can live those lives. Life, Zambia can be a paradise. Zambia won't say we are millionaires. I tell you, Zambia, we are millionaires. Every Zambian is a millionaire in dollars, in US dollar. So as you go to sleep, as you think about the future of Zambia, about your future, but you think about your future, your financial independence. Wishing that Zambia, every Zambian is a millionaire in dollars. But now the key is, how are we going to unlock the Zambian millionaire, the Zambian billions? Why I say this, if you Google Zambia, we are sitting on trillions of dollars of natural resources. Every Zambian, we are blessed to be born on a country that is sitting on trillions of dollars of natural resources. If you send them a pocket change here, what they are getting out of the soil now is pocket change, guys. There is technology, quite technology, kuma Silicon Valley, quite company work technology from the satellite. They can tell what kind of minerals are everywhere around the world. And they have determined that already. They have already determined Zambia's wealth by using that technology from the satellite. They can see what kind of minerals are in Zambia. That's why I have heard stories of from nowhere, from nowhere, power mine. Why? Because they have seen from the satellite, from the developed countries, they have seen where these reserves are, where the deposits of the minerals are. They already know where they are. That's why they are coming strategically to buy your land. And the Yabashta land power mining, Bushenindo Shi Busheva Balabuka away. They are using technology. So Zambia, we need a government that is going to bring this into reality and make every Zambian another Dubai or another Norway. Make every Zambian a millionaire. In US dollars. That's why Chilen Kalipanali Monava Samuel Mwati Leni harassing a poor youth who kerepa bench. Woman I Mukilete Nine Karapa bench, but Samuel Mwaleni by some Kumuchta harass. I'm like, who the hell does Samuel Mwaleni think he is? Who the hell? Somebody clip this and send it to him. I am so sick and tired of Samuel Mwaleni harassing citizens of Zambia. But Samuel Mwaleni, just because you were privileged to be born to a father who had money and he left an inheritance for you, not many people as lucky as you are, Samuel Mwaleni. We don't choose our parents. Even me, Panopondi, I would have loved to have a father who had left me an inheritance of millions of dollars. I would have loved that my father would have been born rich, but he wasn't. But my father was a civil servant and he did what he could do for me. But if I am born rich with a silver spoon in my mouth, that is not a reason for me to start harassing people who are destitute. But no, that is a crime. But somehow the day is coming when those videos are going to be used against you. But Samuel for violating people's rights. Practice sympathy and empathy. Ask the guy, how are you? Maybe you can help them with something. Then harassing people, it's so painful to watch. Go ahead, Simon. Is it calendar? Yes.
Simon, why is in your head?
It's in my head. But Simon never fly. Shabare to Shaban too. Never fly. Shabare Simon. One day I will take him to court because I'm a human rights activist, and it pains me to see Simon Mwewa laying harassing poor youths who have not done anything. You think if there were industries in this country, I want to put harassing people. It's bullshit. Excuse my language.
Before the network went, I was talking about the nature of politics we have molded in Zambia or in Africa. You know, it disadvantages a lot of us, and the setup is that the well-to-do will continue sitting or looking down on those who cannot manage to go into politics. Because right now, for me to become a member of parliament, an MP, I'll need a nomination fee of 15,000. And my campaign should be not less than $1 million. Not even $1 million, I think 5 million. So if you look at those things, and I have a chance of supporting one person, this is where we are seeing now bootlickers coming in, where the youths are not appreciated, but are tending to cadres who insult, who do all sorts of things because they are unable to go into the system. The system is such that only those well-to-do people can manage. You see, even adoptions from these political parties,
We
they
need
look
to
at
change that. We need to change
That's
that.
why I'm
Ordinary
talking
people
about
need to be in government and represent
exactly,
their people.
exactly.
That needs to be changed.
That's why I'm talking about it, because you find that it's so hard for someone to push and become an area member of parliament, a councillor, or a mayor, because they look at your pocket. Even these political parties, for you to be chosen, they look at your pocket. Oh, okay, you manage, you know. But we need to have a system where the party sponsors everything. As long as you are able to articulate, you are able to do what the people wants you to do. The other point is this: I don't know who told Africans that when a politician does something in society, it means charity. It doesn't. And I don't take that. No matter how much a politician will give me, he's just campaigning. He's not giving for charity. So if you don't do anything, they will consider you not viable for the position. Is that the politics? No. No. You know, I was laughing, like I told you, I mentioned a bit on the trip that the president has taken. You know, we've been saying he's the richest Zambian we have, blah, 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 blah. But our richest person in his entire life has never been to Israel until today when he's a leader. Where was he all this time? We couldn't use his money to go there until waiting for him to use the taxpayers' money to just go and enter Jerusalem. That's twice. This is the same thing that I think I missed that point when we were talking on that day. I was a bit busy when you spoke about the helipad. If we so much say that our head of state is rich, why didn't he put the helipad before became president? Why is he doing it now, using our own money, and we are all quiet like nothing happened? You know, it surprises where an issue happens, we speak once, and it's buried just like that. And we need to deliberately come up with a law that would allow us to take the president, the minister. Like what happened? Did you see what has happened to Ndola with the Tayali?
Yes, yes, I've seen that he demolished a house.
For God's sake. And I don't know if he has been taken to court. Let's say Bowman did that.
That is the evil. A house that has everything just because you are in power. What kind of rulers do we have, Kanshi?
It's like we don't have laws that that allows citizens to take those in power to police, to court, or anywhere. We sit and wait for them to leave office, then that's when we can take case with them.
Because they control the police. There is no separation of power. If the person whose house was demolished in Ndola, if they take that Tayali Ndola mayor to the police, they won't do anything. There is no separation of power. That's why every current the government is like running wild, doing whatever they want to do.
I think we need to do more on our laws. We need to be guided by the law and not only being talked about. We cannot say we are a country led by laws and rules. Meanwhile, some people are untouchable.
They will be touchable. No. It's just a matter of time.
We shouldn't.
They will be touchable because they are the ones making this country ungovernable. They are making the government ungovernable by breaking the laws themselves. Politicians and the leaders are number one making this country ungovernable. Look at Chela Tukuta, the way he was talking. Chela Tukuta was actually promoting violence, but because he is he was appointed by the government, no one will touch him. But you know that video where Tera Chukuta was actually talking and disrespecting ministers who are of senior position in the ruling party, that is insubordination, you know. What Chela Chukuta was doing in that video, talking down on his senior party officials in his government, which is part of, is insubordination.
You know
and
why
also
I can,
it's anarchy.
you know why I
It's
can defend him?
disrespect. Yeah?
You know why I can defend him?
Yes.
Reality has settled in him to say he's going in 2026. You know, the situation on the ground with the people is very clear. Unless otherwise, like you said, if HH starts dishing out money.
Even
of course,
if he dishes out money. But didn't PF dish out money? PF dished out money. Where is PF today? Eh?
Of course, he sounded so rude, and I don't even know which diplomacy he learned before he left, because there was no diplomacy in his speech. Nothing was there that someone can think this person even went to school. You see? So I wanted also to touch on the street vending that you spoke about. I, for one, the removal of them from the street, I salute them. I salute them 100%, because the city was turning into something else. You know, I stopped going into town myself.
You know what? I'll cut you short right there.
I'll qualify my statement. Let me just finish it.
No. I think, you know what? I need to correct you before you proceed. On the street vending, all countries, all big cities in the world, they support street vending.
100%.
What Lusaka City Council needs to do is regulate it. So
that's why I
said they just need to regulate the traders.
That's why.
Why should they ban street vending?
I'll qualify my statement later.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't salute them taking them out. Apopena, I'm just saying I disagree with you, because all cities in the world, global cities, they accommodate street vendors, but they regulate it. Trade number hours, holidays, and so on and so forth.
Do you know that what do you call it? The middle lane where where there's a pavement sort of on the middle. This side there is a road, this side. Do you know that those places turned into restaurants, especially Lima Tower area?
That's what I'm saying, to say they need to regulate it. Baba, demarcate. You can trade here, you can't trade here. That's what I'm saying. Mamona, they need to be law.
Mama Nick is coming there.
She's trying to come in.
Yeah. Okay. So for me, I give them all the kudos, but they were supposed to find spaces before they removed them. They were supposed to allocate them in areas they know, to say, okay, here it's safe, there is sanity, there is sanitation, and all. Unlike leaving them like that, because I can assure you to say before 2024 January, we'll have them back. They will come back in the street. So, and on top of that, UPND has not made any progress toward creation of spaces. I haven't seen any market built by them. I haven't seen any area cleared by them to say this is where we'll send our vendors. Yes, the town was dirty. We needed sanity. But where are the people? Where have they taken them? Mama Nick, good evening.
Good evening, Makalenga. How are you? Good evening, Mama Pumulo. I have a sore throat today.
Are you going to manage? We are leaving you the floor.
So please forgive me today. I have a very bad sore throat.
Sure. Okay. Let me talk on the FISP before I bring Mama Nick. On the FISP, already before we can even start discussing about the new scheme that will be launched, it's a failed project. It's a completely failed project, because we had a Lima Bank that specifically looked into farmers' loans, that supported farmers. Where is it today? It's dead. We have an issue at hand as we speak of DBZ. DBZ was made in order for it to help those investors, local investment. Where is it today? We are told it's 98.8 non-performing loans. The persons who got those loans, we don't know them.
Lead politicians, they were ever
the same non-performing loans, because the way Honorable Sokotwani came out, you know, non-performing loans, it doesn't mean that those people are dead. They are there. Some are even paying in bits, not in what was agreed. And on top of that, for a bank to give a loan, there must be a collateral. So where are those collaterals that they collected or that were put forward as collaterals? Where are they? Why can't they recover the monies? All we are told is they are non-performing loans, we are closing the bank, but we'll open another one.
They are covering up for the people who store the money. You know, that we need 2026, we need youth. We need a total change, and all these people need to be retired. If anyone has anything to do with anything, they need to go to my farm and enjoy all the money they have stolen. We can't continue running like a country like this.
We've failed to run a bank, well-organized organization.
We have failed to run a country, not even a bank. Every whatever is failing in the country. Everything
and then
is failing. Why?
We want to go and disappoint farmers by giving them loans. Firstly, a farmer is very different from an investor, a local investor who has failed to pay loans at DBZ.
No farmer will collect a loan. CDF.
And
everything is favoritism. And I want Mama Nick to come in so that we can wind up. But I'll give you time. I just want to say in this new dawn, people, I hear at Kumulonga City Council, whatever in Chingola, produce grade 12 certificates, you know. Hard labor. People general labor. I am told this person at Mulonga is asking people to provide the grade 12 certificates. So people are losing jobs. And then they are turning around and hiring their relatives. After firing people, you need a grade 12 certificate? Is this what the Zambians voted for? You don't it is like a small god. More facing our much kachika kulanga kufukama. Ngakwenda kuya hatuishinga kwenda shan. Kumulonga they are letting people go, asking people for grade 12 certificates to sweep in the streets. Zambia na muikala. Kalenga, you can wind down and then Mama Tipa can continue.
Let me wind up on fuel. It's a laughing stock, first of all. You know, we cannot go on like this on the issue of fuel. This is a very sensitive industry that we are playing with, and one day it will blast off. These mines we are talking about, I'll just touch on the mines. They depend on fuel, and here is the situation. So, when me as a supplier, I have a leak to say the fuel will be increased, I'll stop delivering to that mine until the prices favors me. So from yesterday or the day before, most of those OMCs stopped selling their product. They said, no, we want to wait for the price. So they will just start today, you see? And every month, there are these big contracts that these mines and OMCs go into. And every month you have to revise the prices with that mine or with that your buyer. So how is it going to help us? By revising every month. Today you sell cheap, today you sell high. Meanwhile, what is happening is most of the dealers in this product are getting from same or from one dealer who is now determining the prices for everybody. I think we can do better on this one. We have just suffered a lot in this new Dawn government. For 2 years, people are complaining like this. Mama Anita, maybe you can pick it up as we bend down our frustration.
Thank you very much, Wakalenga. As usual, I appreciate your wisdom on this program. It is something that the people of Zambia need. You are the types of politicians that need to come on board, both yourself and Mama Pumulo. As for the fuel, really for me, I have no comment on this fuel issue because the worst is yet to come, you know, from Samson. And then you see that is why, without shame, the youth who have been marginalized are coming up with all sorts of insults for Samson stroke Messiah. Because I've always said in this new doom government, it's deals after deals. MOUs that have no disclosure, you know, but they keep on doing things that they feel Kazambia no one deserves to be told what this new doom government is doing. As for the street vendors, Mama Pumulo, before you shoot me down, I would like to say, yes, it was okay to remove the street vendors, but you should have had plans before you removed those street vendors. Plans should have been explained to the street vendors because Mama Pumulo in Salaka Pondo, those mothers cannot go and tell the children at Mwaladio Mwela Lelo because the new doom government have decided to remove us on the street, so you will have nothing to eat. So it is called planning. Plan, inform, execute, where you can have your plans to say, as we will remove them, we will place them in another area, than to put them on hold. No life can be put on hold. No life can be put on hold. Life is a 24-hour existence. The minister, if his life was put on hold, for the next 3 months, knew by mouth, I don't think he would agree. But I think this government is all about shielding Vakawalala. If you look at the things we've talked about, starting from Kakuro, he was shielded on that calendar deal from that Chinese firm. Let's get to Masebo. She was shielded on the issue of drugs from Egypt. When you look at Liswaniso, nothing has been said, he has been shielded. When I come to DBZ, it is a sham. You know, from time immemorial, all governments that come in, they want to create this type of banks because this is an opportunity for them to steal money, to borrow money, to give loans to their friends. And so to allow DBZ to come back, for me, is a big no, because that is the way they steal money. If you remember KUSA, Mama Pumulo, Credit Union and Savings Bank, what happened to that? That was also another way of stealing money, where their loans were just completely cancelled. They never paid those loans, and it is us, the Zambians, that continue to suffer through high taxes and through free mineral taxes and through increase in fuel all the time to cushion these deals that they keep on doing, you know. So, Uyu Samson, stroke Messiah, stroke Fred Joe, ala tuleterera muno muchalo. Coming back to Simon Mwansa Lane, I think it's time that Simon Mwansa, he's 54 years old, for crying out loud. He needs to get up and smell the coffee of what is happening in the country. This harassment of people in the streets, I ask myself, he doesn't even have a man of Yayachifiadirwa. He's lucky that Nimpiani, but we if you are enga pianako. He's so lucky that that was not the case with so many other street children. And he is the #1 bootlicker of Samson. #1. And when you look at him, how many people has he fought with Mama Pumulo on social media? Kanshi, if you criticize him, he goes and digs things, some of them that are not even true, and he starts arguing with you. And so my vision and my hope is that those youth, you know, that are able, capable, I hope they listen to what we are trying to impart on them. Abash a politicians who will still come naka container ka salad, naka saka kabunga, and tell you at ifenga twaisa tukachitefya msango if you will do ABCD. Because the good thing is, nowadays I'm a Zambians tabalaba. You saw what they did to Samson over the vendors. They posted that clip on social media. Over cooking oil, they posted to say this is what you were promising people. Just tell the Zambian people, we will endeavor and do our best to make your lives better. That is all. Instead of coming in with these fake promises. That is my take for now, Mama Pumulo.
Thank you so much. So anyway, like Abash, all these recycled methods of siphoning money from the government coffers, Abash, enough is enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's a circus. These people people, they are just, you know, doing the same thing all over and over to siphon money from the government coffers, and you people are paying it. Because this is the money they are supposed to buy drugs, fix roads, build affordable housing, ensure there is clean water and sanitation. We have a proper sewerage system, not here pit latrines everywhere. Zambia is a flat land which is blessed with rivers. Rivers, whichever way you go, there is a river flowing. So how hard is it to create, you know, sustainable clean water? Is very easy. Injandi transportation. Now, if you look countries like Malaysia, Singapore, go on YouTube and watch how these people live. And these countries, some of these countries do not even have our wealth as Zambians. But you know the problem here is not politicians, because my politicians compared to us, the people. And I said earlier, the people is anyone who is not in government. PF, you are the people. You are the people. We are stronger than them. But if we unite a voice to condemn what they are doing, they will change. Number problem, but to become divide and rule, you know. Youth in ECL time, what the way they doing? Cheering ECL. The same thing. It has to stop. Let us stop this politics of cheering personalities. Emotional politics must end in Zambia to a papata. Your politics must be objective based. Target, vision, focus. What do I want? If you have your children, look at your children. A good example is Samuel Mwelane's father. He had a vision. He built that world and left it for his children. But the unfortunate thing is the child is not empathetic to use his wealth to help other people. But instead, he's using his stature in society to mock people and look down on people and harass people. And I'm telling you, if God give me life until 2026, when this new Dawn government gets out of power, I am going to see Samuel Mwelane in court for harassing citizens under my organization, Nangoma Foundation, which is a human rights-based organization. Because we cannot sit and watch people be dehumanized. We have to do something. Otherwise, we'll be answerable to God. All of us, we are what they call here in America, what is the word? We are mandators, it's a word. But in developed countries, we are all mandated reporters. That's the word. In developing countries, every human being is a mandated reporter. If you see someone abusing something, call the police and report that person. And Zambia, we have to reach that place to say we should not sit and let people be dehumanized and look the other way. And you know what they do in foreign countries? Since everyone is a mandated reporter, if a crime, someone was being dehumanized and you saw that and ignored it, you can be jointly charged as an accomplice. So Zambia, we have to reach a place where we all embrace each other and we cross over to the other side where we respect everyone. The national anthem, dignity. This is too much dehumanizing people because of their poverty. And the Zambian government is a signatory to the human rights. They are supposed to ensure that everyone is above poverty level. Everyone is supposed to have a food security. They are supposed to ensure that. Have they forgotten? Do they even read the Constitution to know that it's their job to provide decent food, shelter, housing for everyone? and to arrest people like Samuel Mwewale? Where is the Zambian Human Rights Commission? Immediately they see that video, officers are supposed to go to Samuel Mwewale's house and warn him. But Samuel Wali Nina Pachulu. That's why me, Nomba, I am upset. It is too much. And our government is watching. By Human Rights Commission, Mufolempia Shafri, Isharutu. There is nothing you are doing. Young women, they are being abused. Mufyupomu. They have nowhere to run to. We don't have shelters for women. Elonale, Kulafarita, Sinta, and all those places. Women used to go there. We have seen a lot of young girls commit suicide because they have nowhere to run. Once they are in abuse in a marriage, they just end up to take their life. All these things are dead, but they were set up. What kind of community? And that's why we are saying to say, Zambia, we are a country where we are rich and all infrastructures they are set in place, but we just need them to run, and they are not running. And our people, you know how the chickens stand. That is how our people are living. Men who have jobs, they are now they're abusing women, abusing their wives. Men who have money, they are abusing innocent people who have nothing to do. Innocent youths who have no jobs are being abused by these people who have money. But a day is reckoning is coming because Zambia banamayo tualaima. Banamayo na ba youth, is time to rise up and save our children from these rulers who have no mercy. They have no mercy. And
you see, that's why it baffles me, because Messiah stroke Samson, he came on a platform and preached so much about the rule of law. But when you look at the law is so selective. And the praising of leaders by his cadres, they praise these leaders as if they are their parents, or their lovers, or their gods, yet they are our servants who are there to lead us and make our lives a better life, for us to live better. Like for example, I don't have to fall in love with HH. Hell no. I have to make sure that my HH is working for all the Zambians. They are getting all the health services in this country. Education is being given. People are entitled to good food because we have the resources, but we are allowing leaders in the West to come and exploit us. And yet you are calling others who were there before you at Mwadibelele Tantameni. Even right now there is Tantameni from you people. Nita Tantameni, because that's what you are doing by foolishly praising these leaders. When I look at Kelvin Sampa, what a shame on that young man. Insoni Ubuntu. You cannot reduce yourself to that level that the previous government made you who you are, and over the night you just switch off and you think HH is a fool. However, Kelvin Sampa, it's a shame. You are a married man with children. Respect yourself. What do you expect the youth to learn? Because you are not a youth, you are an adult. And you encourage tantameni. It is wrong. We need to respect ourselves as leaders first and work hard on how we can empower the Zambians. The Zambians need to be empowered, and not everybody wants a government job. Not everybody. We all want to make it in life through a good business. Again, I've said this pomposity of increasing the CDF. Who is being given that CDF?
Let me even talk a bit on CDF. Have you heard or read somewhere to say most of the contractors actually doing those works have left the works midway?
Yeah.
Why?
The answer may be vague, but I should deduce to say maybe, in Zambia, I'll start from even private institutions like companies. Why our labor laws are so weak is because our own politicians get paid. Our salaries that we need to get paid, first of all, they give to governments and a brown envelope. Whatever remains is the employees' salary. So I should think there's too much corruption in one to get that contract. So this has been happening in government, where you get a contract, the people who helped you get, they have to get a share from that payment. So you find that someone has failed to do the work because most of the monies have been spent.
Yeah.
So there are a lot. Actually, I was just reading before the program started. I was just reading one news item where saying most contractors have abandoned works. These are CDF works we are talking about, and I'm sure those are the reasons people misused the monies before they went on sites. You see, and now they are running away because there is no more money to use. Another siphoning department is the CEEC. I think you touched a bit on it. You wouldn't even go there as an individual. You walk in there and they will look at you. Nothing. Let's not cheat our people to say everything is happening. Nothing is happening. If I don't have people who know me in those offices, my application will just be thrown away. Nothing will be done. And even if it is done, that money, 1% or 2% of it will have to remain there for those people who pushed your document. Those are things that happen day in and day out. And we are quiet about those things. And now the same CEEC is taking its applications to Indobank to say we don't have money, but we have an MOU with some bank so you can collect your loan from there. So if you are supposed to get a loan at 10%, you end up paying 12% or 15% because it's coming from the bank. CEEC has got no money. Are they telling the people those facts? And for you to get that money, you apply today, you will get your, imagine you have an order today, or you have a program that you know to say, in a month I need to deliver. You apply there, you get your feedback after 3 months. Again, you start waiting another 3 months for you to access the fund. You know, this is why most of the people just don't even bother going to those offices. It's just a sheer waste of time. Because one, there is bureaucracy, politics, and then corruption.
You know, my son, they just want bribes. Let's not even beat about the bush. Every transaction that is happening in the country because of the high poverty levels, as Mama would say, I was talking with somebody to say, Kumans, a Western Union, they all were pula, there's only one Western Union. Western Union, what kind of country is this? In 2023?
I think we need to redefine politics. We need to redefine politics.
You know what? I don't know.
From the pre-colonial era, the politics was centered more around getting the independence and then coming up with a roadmap for Zambia. After KK, we were tired because he was becoming a dictator, and the MMD came in to foster democracy. What has PF and UPND preached? What are they coming to do? This is why I had to read that paragraph on my opening remarks about politics. And I read about the economy and the society. But the bad part with UPND, they came in only with lying. You know, you cannot tell me to say Vashi promise. Now today Vashi promise can even boast and go in a plane. When he shot at his friend, who had about 42 international visits in 7 years, 42.
Imagine, can you imagine this? Pathetic.
What kind of a person is he, first of all? Does he even reflect and look back? You know, if you are a leader, and you don't look at your past pronouncements, I think you should worry about your future.
You know what? When you lie, you can't remember what you are saying. You cannot track your lies. Lies but if you are saying something that you believe in, you always say the same thing. But when you are lying, that's why he can't even remember he lied. I'm sure some of those videos, this time he's shocked to watch those videos that he actually said that. Because he didn't mean it.
So I think we need to redefine politics. What do we need the next government to come and do?
Economic freedom. There is no need no kulapela Zambia namaloni. Mulepela Zambia namaloni no mulepela masungu tax free. But they send them $1 million. Eh? You allow mining companies to go tax free with our dollars. Why our children, our sons and daughters of the soil are starving? Managed to 300. Ukuyakukongola loan 20% kusiyiziyo. Kati mulebula $dollars mulepela abasungu. Eh? You are allowing a mine Vendetta which was operating 15 years, declaring losses. So they were giving them the copper for free. They were looting copper from KCM. That's why Chingola is in that state today. The once cleanest city in Zambia. There is no money coming there because they are allowing KCM. KCM looted copper for free. And now they are coming back. A mine which was operating on losses. Why should it come back? No one in copper tamaba lost in copper. How can
and
it
you
be
can imagine, can imagine the CEO's speech after he left Zambia when there were those quarrels, so to say. You can imagine everything is in the domain there where he openly said, I was making this amount of money and the government was sleeping, and is the person you dare come bring back to the people.
Tax free, you know. In the mines, they have replaced royal dividends with royalties 3%. Ama mining companies, but less than 97%. It's ridiculous.
I have a question to ask you, the both of you. Has President Hakainde Hichilema ever explained why he gave tax-free mining holidays?
Yes, he has.
What did he say?
We need more investors.
What do you mean? We need more investors to do what? Invest in what?
Explanation. That's the explanation we are given.
No, you know, this whole thing of saying we need more investors is a scam. You have copper in Mumushiri. So you just need to dig out that copper. So what investor do you need? They are not producing anything. Takuria Snabapanga industry or refinery, no. Balain Bake Kopo Kuifinya Mumushiri. Baibika Patrak. Yeah.
Now
So
you can imagine.
Why can't the Zambians themselves become the investors? What is preventing them to become investors?
Exactly.
In their own country.
Exactly.
I heard it straight from the horse's mouth to say Zambians cannot run mines or are unable to run the mines, and to actually qualify his statement, he further went to say it's very hard to do what? To lead Africans. So
So is that why he's trotting up and down the world, because he has nothing to tell the Zambian people?
Well, he will eat those words because all these mines, who is working? It's the Zambian people. Zambian people are getting on those machines.
Can I ask one question, Mama Pumi?
Yes.
How many times have you seen your president leaving USA to other countries?
Only once. But Biden, I think once, each other queen or something. Biden never travels. Even Kamala never travels. Kamala actually go Africa.
Can I ask now this question? I asked the Ribalet. What is so important in these travels that Africans really love to do? With this,
nothing, to be honest to you, to be honest, I am a chips here on the vacation here. They are, as far as I'm concerned, because for 2 years we have not seen anything. They are vacation and private business deals. Yeah. Because if they were public business deals, those deals will be reviewed to Zambian. Why don't we know the what is in the content of all these deals? He travels.
Yeah, and that is why
I cannot produce document, because this is what we agreed on.
Yeah.
He posts it on his page, but all we see on the president's page is selfies, pictures, and Bible verses.
So they go to all these countries in order for them to build private relations.
Yes, to build wealth, and that's why he's not sending the ministers in the specific subject matter experts. Why are the ministers not going, but only him? So he's going there for private deals. And those
this is why I've said
can't reveal them because they are personal.
This is why I've said we need to redefine the way we do politics in Africa.
The thing which is hateful is Zambian flag to do his private business.
Yeah.
He is traveling on the Zambian ticket, but he is doing private things over there.
Yeah.
And I challenge him, if he is doing public things, let him produce all the memorandums. Let him make the memorandums available on social media. Let him publish all the memorandums. If he's flying there for public business.
In the afternoon, I came to a conclusion just like you. You've read my mind so clearly that I think you had seen what was in my mind, because I've just gone through how possible a business can be concluded without even meeting that person. In this era, I can hold a virtual meeting.
Like here.
And they do talk. They do talk every now and then. And I ask my question, why do we need a president to be moving every now and then when we have embassies almost in every country? What are the use? Then means we should ban those embassies, let them come back, so we can be sending presidents to be going every now and then. Because it doesn't
Believe you me, 2026 in Gayaisa, when Samson leaves office, you will find that there is no memorandums. Everything will be in his briefcase because why? Samson is signing private deals. If these deals were public, they would be on social media. Yeah. And immediately he lands at the airport, he would make it public. I am from Israel, I'm from Dubai, but nothing, everything he is signing.
On that one, Mama Pumi, on that one, let me cut you short on that one. He can even sign. You know how liars are.
Yeah.
He can even sign and show you. Meanwhile, he has signed 2 MOUs. He will show you the one you need to see. And you keep the one that belongs to him. I can give an example of myself. I was a culprit at work. When I want to do my own stuff, I would say I've gone in the field. And I'll even put up something to show at the office to say I was really in the field. And now the day of reckoning comes when I have to compile a list of whatever. I send the month-end report. You see, you'll be stuck. So there is always a way that we can catch someone lying.
And you know me, I worked in a ministry of education and / finance in Zambia, and the auditors, when they come, they don't play. When the auditor comes, they know what to look for. Even if you hide something like an onion 20 layers down, they'll find it. So we are here to say, but whatever Samson is doing is smelling like dead fish to me. It's all fishy. There's nothing like you people can be clapping, calculator, whatever, debt restructuring is a sham. How can you be clapping ukubikaba munkongole? Samson mwewalenyi ba wishinga bashire nkongole ngale samapadi.
Actually, that reminds me of one question. That reminds me of one question that I had the whole day. I don't know, maybe I haven't read. Can these contracts or agreements that we've reached with IMF be reversed?
Of course, because you can't have one person signing on behalf of 20 million bypassing the Zambian parliament. So all these deals are illegal. They never. The day of reckoning is coming. These deals are being made in bad faith. They are being made by 1 or 2 people overlooking the parliament. Why did we have elections? Why are we a democracy? Zambia is not somebody's private property. Zambia private property ya muntu ya watu muntu abuka vya kulasa inama diu. Ukulabika munkongole. No. They are going to be revoked, I'm telling you. We, the people, are going to be revoked everything that has nothing to do with us.
I would be the happiest to the IMF was to be reversed.
I want to ask, you mean in all these things that Samson is doing, Bushe Samson, takwatako nensoni, you mean doesn't even have a little shame on how he's governing this country? Samson, sure. Because people have talked and they are tired. They are the custodians of this land we call Zambia. And so whatever is happening within their country, they should get to know about it.
Parliament.
That parliament is past, dead and gone. I've never seen a parliament like that is full of nothing but cadres from the head of the
I know. Order in the house. Order in the house.
Huh? Because that parliament is full of Mama Pumulo, that parliament is rotten. it is full of valumbani madoda.
But speaker, Benyabo, but speaker, this is the, you know, and I'm going to say this, it's all over social media. People are saying this is the worst speaker we have had.
Yes.
Order in the house, order in the house. Even. What?
But Gentlemen, we were there when PF was here. We were there, boss.
Yeah. We were there when all these speakers were there. But ila leta no ubunani, because you can see the selectiveness of what is happening in that parliament.
It's a ghetto parliament. It's ghetto.
I salute most members there. If me, I would have been locked up by now. I'm telling you.
I'm telling you, yeah, I'm given Katuta. Sweet, change to like parliament. Eh? Now, Madam Mukarna de Bokatuta, you're going to walk a walk of shame. I'm like, what the hell is going on? How can you tell other people who are elected to a walk of shame? That crap gotta go. It's dehumanizing people. Ordering a member of parliament who was elected, when you are just appointed by Samson, you are dehumanizing a member of parliament. Eh?
Mama Pumulo, I would like to say, my dear good friend Gary Nkombo made young children drink terrible alcohol, forced them to drink that alcohol.
And the Gary is always apologizing. Gary Nkombo is one apology. Doesn't he think before he says something for him to be apologizing every time?
I'm told apparently he was forced to apologize.
Is it here? I don't know if it's here or another group where I mentioned this. You know, when you are doing
Bakalenga, before you come in. So Gary, before he went and apologized to the parents of those children that drank that illicit alcohol. Why didn't the government take him to court for that? That is my question. If you're gonna speak about Vivian Katuta, why wasn't Gary taken to court for that?
Because he's in the ruling party. This is what we are saying. There is no separation of power.
Exactly.
Mama,
and we
before you came,
we are coming with the people. We need to bring order and sanity in the country. Yeah. We can't have gods who are untouchable.
Before you came, I said, going forward, I need a law that will allow me to sue a president while he's in power.
Yes.
I need a law that will allow me to take a minister.
You can impeach a president, but now the way the parliament is operating, they have taken away all their power.
Yes.
They have taken away all their power to where we have a speaker even threatening not to pay ministers their allowances. Eh?
Not really impeachment, Mama. Not really impeachment. Like I have a case against the president for the sake of a helipad.
No, they have immunity. So that's why those things come in like immunity and stuff.
Yeah.
But we are just saying to say, but President Samson, his day of reckoning is coming. The day of reckoning is coming.
Samson, because we have spoken with
because it will all come crashing down on him.
Because this helipad issue is a very clear case.
He says, even his ministers are saying that helipad was built before he became a president. That's what they're saying.
They think we are fools. Ministers. 20 million people.
And we never saw a helipad. as if it was in a bedroom.
Exactly.
Yeah, you could cut here.
Sorry. You know, that's why I've said I cannot enter this parliament.
Oh my God.
I cannot enter this parliament because I'm just too emotional. I'm just too emotional. I can just stand up and punch someone. Because what is happening?
You know what?
Is
You
happening?
are not to support. We condemn whatever Fidebala and Diach Bari Mufishira Mate. Baka tutabari Fishira report Amate. Shai Muneno Kuimonine. In the video, I didn't see Muntu Fishira Mate.
They are trying to find a case against her to shut her up permanently, Mama Pumulo. And yet that woman campaigned vigorously for HH. And
she was elected by the people. She has a power of the people.
Exactly.
No, Baba speaker, she was handpicked by Samson.
Yeah.
So who is more powerful, a handpicked person or the person who has the power of the vote of the people?
But because now she's not agreeing to their policies, their decisions in parliament and the way parliament is being conducted, she has become a victim in parliament.
I just want to say the Bible speaker, her day of reckoning is coming. Because me, I already have been born to chew with her. She's the Bible scandal for 3,000 retirees where the case was not a process.
Yeah. Well, after all, she stole you people's money.
Yes.
Huh? Yeah.
The speaker is not clean. She has,
you know, the
prosecute, and then so it's gotta go. Why you go for
if you are federal,
why can't we have a progressive parliament and put things that are relevant to our culture? Tell me what is culture about wearing that white thing.
And also, Mama Pumulo Navakalenga, why should an apology be read? An apology should come from your heart. If you have to apologize in that parliament, they give you something that you have to read to apologize. That's why Munia Zulu was reading I Munia Zulu, because you know, and he thought, and the speaker thought he was making a fool out of her. No, he was reading, there was a comma, and so he was saying, do apologize to this parliament,
you know, all those things they need to change them. They are humiliating men and women who have been elected. Exactly. Telling somebody to take a walk of shame. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It's ridiculous.
In the year 2023, honestly.
The British Empire is one of the worst, tyrants. They have murdered a lot of people. Even their laws could change, but we have still hung on to the British form of governance, which was very oppressive and humiliating people. If you send today adopt, why can't we change it? Plastic or
I think we can do better. We can do better.
Yeah.
We can do better as a country. You know, I think we spoke about the constitution that we don't even have it. We don't. Because look, there are a lot of people working in the parliament, a lot. And I was thinking those people should be graduating. We are here talking about farmers graduating, but we are not talking about those able-bodied people who have been in parliament for years. Why can't they be graduating and become speakers instead? They know what goes on there. They know what is supposed to be done. And yet we are bringing in cadres. You see? This is why every institution now is falling, because we want to please those who are. This is why I'm saying when we are supporting a party, we have to know for what reason. Is it for my stomach? Is it for the purposes of the me getting higher pay or what? Because it's not helping anyone. Tomorrow we'll be supporting Membe. What is the reason you are supporting him for? You know, we need to have a roadmap for these politicians, such that when they go into power, you know, I would love a situation where they even appoint these like former MPs to say, oh, you are a minister in this, you are, but we have, I just don't understand why. I don't understand, you know. You are asked to apply for a job as a doctor or what with 7 years experience. Meanwhile, the person who is employing you, the person, your boss, the PS, are cadres with no experience. How is that going to be possible? This, I always give example on our president now. You know, a lot of people are saying, no, being a president, you don't need to be experienced. Yes, you do, for God's sake. And this is the message.
That is what Sata said. Where Samson has never even been a ward councillor.
And we are
nothing
saying, no, that is politics. It's not politics. Yes. It has to be that way. You know?
I can say public service, you know. I think a person needs to have served the people. It's different. Like if you have public service experience, then you know about people and their challenges. But a person who comes from a corporate world where it's all about numbers and profits, that's why we're having this problem we're having. For them, whatever opportunity that comes on his desk, he looks at it, how much money is coming in, and don't really care about the masses. And in this case, like I said, it's not money coming into the Zambian coffers, because if it was money coming to the Zambian coffers, he would expose what he's signing, but everything is private. Why is everything private?
That is why when Edith Nawakwi asked,
Mama,
yes,
Nick, you can also respond to this man here, Mainza, is saying, what are you fighting for? Your bitterness is too much.
We are fighting for the Zambians, for the youth. Enanga ala ndiye bwadi 3 times a day. Ala lobushiku, good for him. But Zambian,
I'm fighting for your mother and your grandmother and all your relatives in the village. That's what I'm fighting for.
Exactly.
But do you know what your relatives are eating in the village? Do you know what they are eating, your relatives? Mainza. That's what we are fighting.
Amumwambire muchitongoyo wakatondoka Mainza
bitterness bya watu ambaye amasimpe kwamba ati yisi bajinyonganya jisi mumisa muibadira tawo busu bantu baola busu 300 kwacha ka uli
Bamainza in
the bitterness bitterness njakuti muntu lyonse uli mu ndege bugu bantu balipengede kuno muntu lyonse kamwendo munjira abantu balipengede Fio balunda sunu. Iwe na ulijisi motoga probably ni mote urumende. A gas to uli. The gas in your Mainza is public payers' money. But guess what?
Dimbita kwatana motoga na imo etu isapano kulalomba ma 2050
kwa. Ni fake name. These are civil servants. Seba kwe 10 pia. Na wakatama jobs. Such kind of people, they have jobs and they are benefiting from the civil service. They don't even buy gas in their cars because they are public funds.
I'm sure he's listening. I'm sure he's listening. Let me ask him, a question. Bamainza, give me a president or a political party that came into power and people suffered this way in 2 years period. 2 years. I don't recall any president who came into power in Zambia who made these terrible decisions such that the people, actually him, the first month, immediately people started complaining. There was nothing so much talked about it to say, okay, now there was nothing. From day one, people have been complaining. So tell us, what do we need to do or to see what
he
he's
says
doing?
That you are a problem. Mainza says Matthew's Kalenga, you're a problem. And he will continue to be a problem.
He's talking about Honorable Given Katuta. He's responding to Katuta saying she's a problem.
Problem. Mukambo wamba masipe. Tamuyambi vantu wamba masimpe. Muntu wamba masimpe ni chini problem.
Baba Kalenga, Uyuines Maiza, you've asked him a question. Teti Asuke, the only government he has seen in his life is PF, Elonomba Isa Monaco Naba UPND. Rimbiadi Mumatebela, when Kaunda was ruling, when MMD was ruling, he was probably in diapers. Huh? So he can't answer you.
No, it seems to be odd.
No,
you know, there was an organization, an NGO that we started. Our main focus was on mindset change. You know, there's too huge a gap between our Zambian villages and our towns in almost all the spheres, politically, our lifestyle, and everything. You might be surprised. The other day, a friend of mine called me from, is it Chama or somewhere? It was his first time going there, and he's saying, I don't know how people survive here. You see? And I don't know how we can reach those places to make them change their minds. I think that's the biggest problem or the biggest disease that we have as Zambians. You can go in most of these government institutions, you see the wastage of government property. And I'm sure this is the reason where our Samson is saying we are unable to run the mines. It's out of that. It's out of that view. I've actually gone round. I've actually been to every province, district in Southern Province. There was a time that we were doing a BOS, Board of Sale. That is an auction. You find that a machine is working perfectly well, 100%, but because someone in government wants to get that machine, they will just get one spare from there, one part, and then they put it on the bid list and they buy it off. Immediately buys it, the machine works, you see? And this is the mindset that we need to change. I'm sure we'll be talking about politicians and politics, but nothing will move. I was at the city council today. City council today. You know, you would even see the atmosphere to say people have got nothing. They don't even concentrate. The chairs they are sitting on they are all. But in every country you go to, councils are the richest institution of the government. But our Zambian council are a sorry sight.
I think let's wind down to Akopola, but I agree with you. And just to summarize what you are saying, the problem is people need to be paid a good pay. When people are paid enough money to live on, all this will stop. People are just trying to survive. Karaka party to make extra. he's trying to make enough money to feed his family. If you go to the Zambia passport office, kuchuwadila, Muzambia passport office, despite it being a major revenue earner, the fees there, they are high. But where is the money going? Passport office, Mwilanda Tena Council, passport office. The state
That
of
office
the
needs
Zambia,
to be that office needs to be so clean. It needs to be clean.
Open a new location and shut that building down and renovate it. So me, all I'm saying, Zambians need to be paid a living wage. But Minister of Labor, they need to increase. Every Zambian needs to make not less than $500, $1,000 a month minimum. That's why every office you go to, they want money from you. So let's not blame the people. It's the government. They are underpaying people. Abantu kama abatela enough money to live on. 100 kwacha kuliwe. Now make sure they have a pay. So I think that's it now. Mama, you can wind down, and then Kalenga, you can close.
Right. Ide, what I would just like to tell about Samson, our prayer is that you pick one or two things we are saying on this program. Empower your ministers to attend to your investment deals. Reduce on your travels. Some of that money that you are using to hop around the world can empower quite a lot of Zambians. It is a shame for you, Samson, that you teased your friend ECL about his numerous travels. What a shame on you that you have gone to do the exact opposite of what you were saying, that you will not hop up and down the world, but you have continued to do it. And that is what is making us, the Zambians, feel there is something that you are doing that you do not want your other ministers to know. It is becoming very suspicious. Why you only, Samson, should travel all over the world? What are your ministers there for? So we pray that you heed to some of these comments and suggestions that we give you on this program. We do not hate you. We are not bitter towards you. We hate your leadership. Your leadership needs to change. Otherwise, Samson, 2026, kuyawebele. Thank you.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you so much. For me, I'll just end because I don't know if I will have meeting meal tomorrow. So I'll just end on the meeting issue. Let ZNS stop exporting meal meal. If they have been paid that $15 million they have gotten from DRC, better just return it. We don't have the maize to start suffocating us. We don't. That's the fact. I gave an illustration in Mumbwa only here. Right now, anyone can call anyone to say, I need maize. They have already sold. The FRA didn't even go in the field this year. I don't know how many people have sold. So please, can ZNS stop exporting maize? Number one, let them stop. Otherwise, coming November, December, people will be gnashing their teeth right here in Zambia. We'll see it this year. People don't have what to eat. People don't have money. There is no business. There is nothing happening. Everything is stagnant. And now you touch mid-meal. How are the people going to survive? We know.
Vakalenga. Why was ZNS allowed to export meal and yet the Zambian businessmen, the youth, were stopped to export Milimi into the Congo? Didn't they also deserve to be empowered?
No, we know for sure they want revenue. You know, this is, I speak about it, but a lot of people say, you know, the problem they did was to try and impress the youths by giving them employment, which was good. But what he forgot was there was no funds. There were no funds to pay those workers they are employing. And now this is the thing we are seeing, whereby now they have gone into milimiu business as a government. They want to get revenue and pay the workers. All we wanted to do before employing those people was to come up with manufacturing industries, put up the mines.
Let me correct you there. Revenue is there, and pay minus tax credit. What more money do you need?
That's what I'm saying.
Revenue is there. He has to stop giving this credit.
If we were to ask these press singers like Sims here, does he know where the $6-point-something billion borrowed under UPND has gone? We were told before he came into power to say you cannot be borrowing for consumption, which he's doing right now. They are borrowing for salaries. They are borrowing for
ridiculous. You are borrowing for salaries. Meanwhile, so tax break. That's why we are going nowhere as Africa. Let us stop being played. We need to recapitalize your mind, give us tax breaks. Okay. Tax break. Meanwhile, they are going to the same people who congratulate this is what is happening, and wake up, Zambia. Thank you. Zambians need to wake up. Zambians, please. Now, mine wapela balesenda mama minerals, no tax. From there, to run your government. So what is happening is they are taking our own money, meaning the cycle of poverty will never end. As long as we continue doing these shoddy deals, we are doomed. Hello, Mainga, why are you following my page, Mainga, if you think we are bitter here? You are he's writing a comment to say we are bitter, but he has gone and followed my page. I got a notification. And follow me right now. Hey, Andy, we are also. Let us
and don't ban them. Mama, don't ban them. Let them be here.
But what I'm saying, let them be real, because they can't be calling us bitter, but meanwhile they are following what we are saying.
No, they are real. That's why they are telling us that. You know, when you are like brainwashed, so to say, you think everything that someone is saying is bitter, or someone is saying is useless. You only want you want to hear what you just want, nothing else.
Yeah.
So before I close,
it's like when a woman is in love with a man, whether someone comes and tells them they never heed to that advice. It's the same now. They are in love. They are in love with Samsung.
I want to make a clarion call. I want to make a clarion call to us. I know our Zambian youth, they are not too much on Twitter. There is a very nice space there, I'm sure you are seeing, where you can create your space and have such meetings live. Yesterday I had one with Sishua Shishua. It's very good. You have a lot of speakers at a go, and the network is good. It's not interrupted like Facebook. So we can as well try in that area.
Because Facebook the interference, but it already broke.
Twitter is good. So I'm sure we can start looking in those areas as well. I think
I like this page. Why I like this page? Because even if there are 1 or 2 people watching, I'm a henchman, and I want them to hear what I have to say.
They are there on Twitter. There are a lot of them. And they'll follow.
And we are going to expose you. And we want you to know that we are following you.
Just share your Twitter handles on this page and they will follow it. Once
I check yonder, and you know what? These same Samson followers, they're in the box. They won't even vote for Samson because they are hypocrites. They know that they are suffering. Hello, my Samson followers. When you are mad, so many penge the man you can imagine 5 wives. Which is quite into what
But for me, I would love a revolution of the youth to start now. You know, when I look back, when I look back at my history,
Samson followers, very pending. They come very into 5. You know, because you also do it.
Mama Pubulo, Vashi po.
Tatupengete wolo mabisi anyina shuga ngatwalia.
Yo mulipengete mupeala into 5 muntu omwe. Ina mubalia hi. Ankuku yonse baleka kwirya. Abagu muzimbu wakabonga bati atankuku. Ndenyo mu town mupeala into. Kambo into ide.
Yeah.
I think we need the John Chilembwes to be born in Zambia. We need a revolution. We need to draw up a roadmap for Zambia. We cannot continue speaking politics in this manner, whereby where we even want to go is not known. We can talk about the economic freedom, but I can assure you.
So 5 you 300 uhora yo ngai we praise kute kwa ulihe baka into wako 6 once
bajireka kuwata mali. The economy has hit them bad.
Makalenga, please.
Mu 2021 in August, immediately Samson wanjira mu gambo. I can't even say wanjira mu State House gambo tuwaganjira pe ni wataliga
mali bose matonga buzi mbeba pengede number 1 na muri muntu upengede mu Zambia ngutonga bu kamboji simali abana izanda abana from Lusaka tukututuna tuna
but gayi bamba baladi man angombe balijisi
baraveja
ina bali mabuti bali kuba tu fertilizer mutu bevula bali mahi.
You know, jitana tuyo jitabuti how we can just change the perception yama politician. You know, we are being downtrodden for too long, especially the youth. Especially the youth, we are being downtrodden so much while we are watching. While we are watching, you know. So I think we can call it a day.
Good night, guys. Nice to see you, Kale.
Sure. No.
Thank you for your wisdom, boss. Mama
we can do we can.
Thank you.
You know why I'm.
Thank you, Mama Nico. Come here.
Yeah, hold on. Mama Pumulova Kalenga is trying to suggest something.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do a test run on Twitter. Maybe
Okay.
just tomorrow. Even for a minute, we just try.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I have an account on Twitter. I'll sign in and yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. All right,
Thank
guys.
You so
Thank
much.
you. Good night. Good night. Good night. God
Good
bless.
Bye bye.